And a chance for everyone to get some shots up. Find the touch. Find the range. Find themselves. We're almost at game time. Welcome to 2K Sports. We have the NBA coming up. Great to have you with us. Alongside Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy, this is Kevin Harlan. David Aldridge will be joining us from the sideline. And checking out some numbers for him.
And the stat to look at is his steal total over the last 5 games. He's been focusing more on his defense, trying to be a disruptor, and it's made them a lot tougher on D.
Look at the opening lineup for the Memphis Grizzlies. They've got Ellis. Bam Adebayo is out there with Garbage Man. Then it's Wilkins, and it's Ball in at the 1. And for the Trailblazers, they've got James. DeAndre Jordan is out there with Jalen Johnson. Then it's Joe Dumars, and it's Frazier in at the 1 spot. And what a matchup we have here in the front court, Greg.
Yeah, each of these teams are anchored by their big men. I think it's going to be physical and highly intensified.
Now, here's Ball. Down low, Adebayo, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Now, we're used to the stretch big men these days, Stan. That's not Bam Adebayo's game, though. How is he still effective?
Well, Kevin, Bam is a highly skilled big in his own right. He just doesn't have the three-point shot, but he's got the ball handling, he's got the passing, and he's got the mid-range jumper, and he puts those things together into a very effective package.
He has a good handle, doesn't he?
He's got a great handle.
Shot by Frazier, no good. The Grizzlies on offense. And we've been following this group's absolute dominant season, winning most games in blowout fashion.
Truly record-setting fashion. Nonetheless, though, it's been demoralizing to teams facing this group. I mean, before halftime, teams are often down by 15 or 20 points. We might be witnessing another blowout in the making here tonight.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to be on Bam Adebayo.
An incredible 6'11" athlete. DeAndre Jordan tries to own the rim on both ends. It's his airspace when he's out there.
Here's Ball. And about a minute gone here in the first quarter. Pass to Hagan. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball.
Well, good creation by Ball off that pick and roll. He can find clever ways to beat the defense.
James against Wilkins. James looking it over. Here's Dumars. Got it from 16 feet.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from that.
Now here's Ellis. 11-point game his last outing. There's Ball with the 3. The rebound by Johnson. Ball against Frazier. Puts it up from 17. The Grizzlies pull it in. This, of course, the first opportunity to play Portland this season.
And they won the season series against this club last year, but, you know, then again, so did a lot of other teams.
Hagan, and he banks in the layup. Hagan's got his second bucket tonight.
Plays like that make a coach's life easy. Love the work rate he shows on the glass to get the score.
Johnson the screen. Here's Dumars, and it's denied. Hagan's the pass to Wilkins. Johnson with some nice D. Trailblazers have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Tipped away. Pass to LeBron. It's tipped. Ball finds Ellis. There's a good screen. To the middle. Here's Higgins. The rebound by Johnson. And so it's Frazier who'll bring it up for the Trailblazers. They trail by 1, coming off that loss against the Timberwolves.
In the NBA, you've got to keep pace. It's a fast track out there, And I thought their lack of hustle defensively was the story of the game.
Yeah, poor communication at the defensive end. Many of the rotations were late.
We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game. Just a matter who can catch that momentum.
The kick out to Ball. Adebayo with the screen on Frazier. Here's Higgins, defended by Jordan.
And once he gets clear off the screen, there is no stopping him.
No, not when there's a flush waiting to happen.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
And we've got a timeout called by Chauncey Billups. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. Stein's checked in for Memphis. Ginobili comes in for Ellis. Now let's step back and have a look at the top passing teams in the NBA this season. Number 1, the Grizzlies.
The beauty of watching this team is seeing the ball move around the court. It doesn't stick. That's why they're at the top of that list.
Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. And LeBron James gets it to go.
And making it look easy. LeBron overwhelms the defense inside.
I'm told now by our producer, do we have him, guys? Okay, we do. We have a call coming in from Shams Charania. Shams, thanks for joining us. What do you have?
Hey, guys. Well, this year marked the loss of Blazers great, Hall of Famer, and truly a one-of-one, Bill Walton. One of the greatest big men this league has ever seen, known for his incredible passing skills. And off the court, he was just as dedicated to assisting others and making the world a better place. Guys, there is no question Bill Walton will be missed.
His legacy carries on. Okay, Shams, we appreciate the reporting. It's Wilkins with the drive. Misses from short range.
I mean, come on. That's a shot you expect him to make.
To the hoop, and James throws it down.
And what an explosive finisher LeBron is, rocking the rim whenever he goes up like that.
And that last look brought to you by the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Screen by Hartenstein. Here's Ball. Rebound by the Trailblazers.
And guys, his shot hasn't been falling this quarter. Time to settle down, refocus, and get a really high percentage look. Excellent coverage defensively, making it hard on him.
Hartenstein with the screen for Ginobili. Five to shoot. Jacks up a three. Jordan with the rebound.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
And now the Grizzlies, fast break. Here's Ginobili. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And Ginobili is just fearless. He isn't concerned about getting fouled on the way up.
Here we are, Greg, looking at early returns from these teams. It's pretty revealing.
Yeah, the first few games of the season quickly tell you what you're good at. And they tell you also what you need to work on.
And the Trailblazers making a change here. Johnson's checked in. And there's Jordan putting it right back in.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, D.A.?
I was able to talk with Chauncey Billups for a minute. I asked Coach about facing off against Bam Adebayo, and he told me the dangerous thing about Bam is his versatility. He's able to play different roles for his team depending on the matchup. And that versatility makes it difficult to game plan against him. Guys?
Thanks so much, David.
And off to a strong start offensively. He's got a nice touch.
And it's Taylor Jenkins calling timeout here. He wants to talk to his guys. And some changes here for the Grizzlies. Garbage man comes in for Isaiah Hartenstein. Hardaway is subbed in for Ball. Here's Higgins, guarded by Jordan. Higgins, good. Higgins got 8 points. For Portland, they've gone an even 50% from the field. They are 7 of 14 for the game. That one drops for him.
Well, with his skill and confidence with the ball, if you put him in position, he'll reward you.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
First personal foul. Third team foul.
Adebayo with the screen on Frazier. Hardaway passes to Adebayo. And it's good, 2 points.
Yeah, how about Adebayo? Just discarding the defender and finishing strong.
For Portland, they've gone 8 of 15 from the field, shooting above 50% here tonight. Frazier kicks to Johnson. From outside, off the mark.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Frazier with it. Out defended by Adebayo. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
And Frazier's playing philosophy was established back in high school. Aggressive defense and hitting an open man is more productive than taking the wild shot.
Jason Terry has checked in for Joe Dumars. And he's good on the second. They stand from 15 feet in. Not many players more dangerous in this NBA than Bam Adebayo.
No, there's not, Kevin. He's got the total package when he gets in the mid-range area on down. He can shoot the mid-range jumper above the rim to finish. He can score with his back to the basket, and he's an outstanding passer.
We haven't even mentioned his defense, right? Because his defense is off the charts.
Always an all-defense consideration.
And the Grizzlies with some changes. Thorpe, he checked in for Adebayo. And it's Dang in for Wilkins. Outside Dang. Pass to Higgins. Dang a screen on Jordan. Higgins, good. Higgins got 12 points in the game.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
And it's Terry with the ball for Portland. Trailing by 2. Now here's Frazier. Lobbed up there for Johnson. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Absolutely the prettiest play in basketball, executed to perfection.
I don't think you'd get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop. And there's the drive. And that one drops. He's got 14.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Johnson outside. Pass to Frazier. Up and in on the layup. Frazier's got the game tied up here for Portland.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Hardaway with it, and it's Johnson picking him up. Thorpe can't make it work.
Wow, missed opportunity from point-blank range. You've got to make those.
Here's Frazier. It's deflected, and he gets it back. Jordan passes to Terry. Second shot opportunity, and the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
Just barely too late and catches it on the way down. He's already in the air there, committed, so can't fault him for going for the block.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Okongwu comes in for Jordan, and it's Dumars in for James. The basket counts and 1. They'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play. The Grizzlies shooting their 5th free throw of the game here.
And their success rate on the season, right around 77%.
Shooting for Memphis.
And for the Grizzlies, 2024 stand was marked by an unprecedented amount of injuries.
Well, Kevin, they used 51 different starting lineups. That's the most in NBA history. And they were also forced to use 12 injury hardship exceptions. That is just incredibly bad luck.
And we've got a timeout called by Chauncey Billups. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. Hartenstein, he's checked in for Memphis. Najee Marshall comes in for Thorpe. Johnson, the pass to Dumas. That's good, and Johnson with the assist. And the Trailblazers lead by 1.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Well, this is why the fans are here. Each team trading blows, increasing the entertainment value.
Now here's Dang. Hasn't made one yet.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Here's Terry. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. They defeated the Wizards in their last game.
And they did a super job of getting those extra opportunities, offensive rebounds, 50-50 balls. Those possessions I felt like were key.
Well, he's an explosive athlete with tremendous positional size. Hardaway has no issue mixing it up inside.
Now here's Terry. His scoring has been there on a regular basis. He's averaging more than 14 points a game.
Well, that's already his second foul, and that puts the coach in a tough position.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Battier's checked in. Memphis leading. A minute 42 left here in the first quarter. Hardaway. The shot missing. Johnson up top. It's rebounded by Hartenstein. Memphis has gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Marshall sets a screen for Ginobili to the inside. That's good from Marshall on the assist by Ginobili.
Well, he led him with the pass there, almost like a quarterback timing a route. That was impressive.
Dumars against Ginobili. Terry outside. Johnson with a screen on Hardaway. Terry with it, guarded now by Marshall. Lock at 6. High post try. Count it. Good.
Both teams racking up the points to start this game.
Yeah, and I'm sure both coaches would like to see more defensive intensity from their teams.
Now here's Ginobili. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. And a missed layup. Portland trailing here. Here's Battier. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2. Well, guys, this first half has been about as tightly contested as you could hope for.
There have been a lot of lead changes. My goodness.
Hardaway, that's a 2-pointer. It's hauled in by Larry Johnson. Here's Dumars. That's in there. Johnson with the assist. And it's a 3-point Trailblazer lead.
That was just a perfect possession, getting it in tight for the high percentage shot.
Hartenstein with the screen on Dumars. And so it's LeBron James making things happen for the Trailblazers. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. And we'll be back with you shortly. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for Portland.
Well, you know, the analytics guys would tell you a team shouldn't be taking this many mid-range shots, but clearly they're shooting them with confidence.
And another thing, Coach will be thrilled with the assist numbers, spreading the wealth and creating some offensive opportunities.
Dumars is out there with Terry. Then it's Okongwu. Then it's Johnson. And it's Battier in at the 3 slot. That's the group on the floor for Portland.
Great pass to hit him in stride. Love to see teammates in sync with each other.
Portland with the ball. They lead by 4. Terry looking over the floor. Hardaway with the steal. And now the fast break, Ginobili with the ball. And the 3 ball is good. Ginobili's got 5 now.
And like a car without brakes, Ginobili careens down the floor.
On the wing, Terry. He's covered by Ginobili. Shot by Terry, no good. And for Memphis, they're shooting at 50% in a decent groove. Adebayo with this screen on Terry. Here's Hardaway. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup.
Now, how did he manage to change his shot midair?
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Bam Adebayo talked about how his mentality has evolved over his career. He said, shoot the ball. I feel like that's been my evolution. It sounds very simple. And I came into this league as a defender. I feel like the progression's been shoot the ball, worry about everything else later. Kevin?
Certainly, DA is a two-way threat.
And whether he's starting or coming off the bench, Ginobili makes an impact. The type of player any team would love to have.
Jalen Johnson's checked in for the Trailblazers. What a rise for Taylor Jenkins, working his way, Stan, from the G League assistant there to NBA assistant and now to NBA head coach. Wow.
Wow is right, Kevin. And Taylor Jenkins, one of the best coaches in the NBA. This is a guy who just kept grinding and learning. I think sometimes coaches get too concerned about when they're going to get their opportunity. Taylor Jenkins was always concerned about being ready when his opportunity came.
I think you and I are alike. We root for the grinders, don't we? The guys that have really worked to climb that ladder.
I certainly do, Kevin. And after not making any threes in the first half, he now has 2 here in the second half. Let's see if he continue to add to that.
Now here's Terry. 8 points for him. Johnson with a screen on Hardaway. And Johnson with the stop.
Well, he can play the 4 because he gets off the ground so well.
And it's Taylor Jenkins calling timeout here. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. So Memphis going with almost an entire new group here. Garbage man, he's checked in for Marshall. Wilkins comes in for Luol Deng. Monte Ellis checked in for Ginobili. And it's Ball in for Hardaway. Now here's Ball. 26 points for him last game against Washington.
And he's really a smart offensive player. You have to respect Ball's strong sense for when to take that jumper.
The Trailblazers have gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. Trying to get open at Johnson. It's deflected. Adebayo kicks the ball. And he lobs it up toward the rim. It's Wilkins on the wing. They set the pick. Over Johnson. And that one comes up a bit short. And it's Terry with the ball for Portland. And the call will be against LaMelo Ball. That is his first foul of the game. Frazier, he's checked in for Terry.
Lineup for your Trailblazers. Number 10, Walt Frazier.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Here's Frazier. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
And that is the exact type of opportunity this offense is looking to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Up there for Johnson, and out of bounds as Memphis gains possession. Here's what Portland has lined up on their schedule. On Tuesday, the Minnesota Timberwolves will come into town.
And for that game against the Hawks, even though they should get the win, I would expect it to be a bit of a battle. Just because they are favored doesn't mean it's an automatic W.
Now, here's Ball. He's got 6. That one, no good.
Oops. Got caught in between moves there on his way to the rack.
Pass to Frazier. Johnson the screen. Frazier with it. Now guarded by Ball. No problem knocking that one down. Frazier's got 9.
No, that's some fancy ball handling right there. Since when does he take guys off the dribble?
Adebayo with the screen on Frazier. Ball dishes to Ellis. Into the lane. Pass to Hagan. Adebayo the screen. Good on the triple. Higgins got the lead up to 5 now for the Grizzlies.
Well, he's been very reliable tonight. Not wasting any chances, really using his head.
Greg, you look at the great coaches. What are 1 or 2 of the most important qualities for success that you see?
Well, for me, Kevin, I think you got to be able to adapt tactically. I mean, that's huge, and especially in the playoffs. But most important, can you motivate and unify a locker room? That leadership quality is what really puts a coach over the top.
Terry's checked in for the Trailblazers. It's stolen by Johnson. Frazier outside. Shot goes down. Very quick possession right there. 11 points in the game. And it's Taylor Jenkins calling timeout here. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with this team. And Portland making a change here. James is checked in. Memphis also making some changes. Holland, he's checked in for Bam Adebayo. And it's Brandon Podziemski in for Ellis. Memphis has gotten it going from downtown in the second quarter. They're 3 of 3 on 3-pointers. Ball finds Podziemski. They set the pick. Back to Ball. Shot clock at 5. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. Here's Podziemski. And another miss by Memphis.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
They now take the lead. And the Trailblazers lead by 1. You talked about a back-and-forth game. This is the definition.
You have to love these kinds of games, scoring-wise, keeping everybody on their toes.
Higgins, good.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Yeah, for sure. He is just oozing confidence. Thinks every shot is going in. They should just keep running sets for him.
Here's Frazier. Grizzlies making the shot. And there's the foul, and it's on Garbage Man. That is his first foul of the game. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for the Trailblazers. Terry comes in for Dumars.
Nicholas Claxton. Jason Terry.
So it's Portland now. Claxton a screen on Ball. 6 on the shot clock. Shot by Frazier, no good.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Here's Higgins. Claxton with the steal. Here's LeBron, and it's blocked. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. LaMelo Ball picks one up.
And such a physical player inside. LeBron doesn't fear contact on the way up.
No good on the second free throw. To stand after 11 seasons with this Blazer organization, Damian Lillard traded away in 2023. What a run he had for Portland.
Incredible, Kevin. Not only in terms of his scoring and his individual honors, but the success he brought to the team. While they didn't get over the top and get to the finals, they were a consistent winner. If you were a fan in Portland, you had a good team to come and watch for all of those years.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for Memphis.
Well, I like how they're going right at the defense, creating high-quality looks with that penetration.
And on top of that, they've been asserting themselves offensively, getting a good chunk of their points from inside.
Now here's Frazier. He's coming off a 16-point game against the Timberwolves in Minneapolis.
And he didn't take any plays off at the defensive end. I mean, he wound up with 4 steals on the night.
Well, he's been very efficient in this quarter. Keep getting him the ball.
Higgins, and he uses both hands to jam it in.
And Ball is a proven distributor. He's got a real talent for spotting the cracks in the D.
Trailblazers trail by 3. Frazier outside. Here's the screen. into the paint. Here's Claxton. The Grizzlies pull it in. Here's Podziemski. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Johnson's got 4 rebounds in this game. The wide open look here for Terry. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. Terry's got 11.
A go-to shot for Terry. He has so much confidence in his 3-ball.
Higgins, good.
Well, his offense is carrying them right now. And even with the defense keying on him, he's making great adjustments on the fly.
Now here's Frazier. He's got 13. Inside, here's Johnson. Off on the layup.
Well, playing his role to perfection, using his size to control the glass for his team.
Holland the pass to Higgins. Nice pass. Right under the rack perfectly for the layup.
Assisted by
Now it's a 4-point Grizzly lead. Ball against Frazier. Back to Johnson. And last season, Jalen Johnson saw a huge leap in playing time and his production.
Yeah, look, he was one of the most improved players in this league. You know, came in as a great athlete, but then has really learned how to play the game, how to get to high percentage shots, how to get on the glass, and especially how to defend.
Yeah, his improvement has been off the charts.
Sure has.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. And it's Dumars in for Terry. For Memphis, they have made 7 out of 9 when they've stepped to the line. He's off on the first. Stan, we talk about this every night. So much great young talent coming into the NBA. Is there one player, though, in particular, who right now stands out to you?
Well, I have to say, Kevin, Victor Wembanyama. I don't know that we have ever seen a guy of that size do the things that he does. Now, you can say, well, what about Nikola Jokic? Well, Nikola Jokic, first of all, is not Victor Wembanyama's size. And then Victor's handle and his length, the guy's incredible. He's going to be the face of the NBA for a long, long time.
And love how he's getting himself to the line this quarter. If he keeps it up, it'll end up creating some foul problems on the other side, and that can always help a team's cause.
From deep, it's rebounded by Hartenstein.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Wilkins against LeBron. Wilkins passes to Higgins and taken away by Johnson. Now here's LeBron. He's defended by Wilkins, and it's Dominique Wilkins with the foul. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. So far in the game, he's 0 of 2 at the line.
LeBron James taking 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. Greg, no one questions the Grizzlies' talent. The challenge has always been availability.
Yeah, whether it's been injuries or suspensions, it's hard to get into a rhythm when you're missing key players. But when they're all on the floor, Kevin, they can beat anyone.
There's the screen. Back to Hartenstein from past the arc. It's hauled in by Dumars.
Defensive breakdown there, and they got lucky. He's not going to miss too many of those.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. And so it's Memphis with it. The Blazers getting the bucket. Stolen by Dumars. And the call will be against LaMelo Ball. That's his 3rd foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2. He's made 1 and missed 1 so far in the game.
And he buried a bunch of shots from the stripe in that last game.
Ginobili, he's checked in for Ball. Portland had, Greg, one of the great guard combinations in Clyde Drexler and Terry Porter.
Man, that was one heck of a backcourt. And they really complemented each other so well. Drexler with his explosive scoring ability, and Porter who could just do a little bit of everything.
Johnson, a wide open look. Here's Frazier, and the shot is long.
Well, he's got the green light in that situation. They want him taking that shot, even if he didn't get it to go.
Higgins, second chance effort. Wilkins passes to Higgins. And again, Memphis no good. Portland's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Here's Jordan. The kick out to Frazier. Johnson dishes to Frazier. And yep, finally dropped after rolling around the rim. Frazier's got 12 points now in the quarter.
Well, maybe the defense thinks they can live with that, but he's pretty consistent from that mid-range area. Well, if they can come back and take the lead, this will be because he's carrying him. This quarter's been all about him and his offense.
Wilkins against James. Down low. Here's Johnson. That's tipped. And it's Taylor Jenkins calling timeout here. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. And it's Taylor Jenkins calling timeout here. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust.
Hey fans, get on the move with your Blazer dancer. Give a big round of applause to your Blazer dancer.
Knocked loose, and some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. It's the Trailblazers leading by just 2. From Portland, we're back in a moment.
63.
The pace of this game is suiting them well, and it makes sense. After all, they're the ones setting it up.
Yeah, that's what you want. Establish the tempo while staying under control. They can run away with this literally.
Now it's time to check in on how the Rookie of the Year race is shaping up.
These young fellas have been hot. Usually, I'd say it's too soon to tell much, but right now, they're balling.
The talent on display is undeniable. The endurance part, though, open question.
That'll do it for our show tonight. Thanks for joining us, and we'll send you back to Kevin Harlan for more Hoops action.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. We're seeing a tremendous game from Garbage Man.
In those first 2 quarters, he was pretty much an automatic bucket getter if he got it down low on the block.
Reminds me of the good old days. Feed it to the big and let him work.